Hello, everyone. My name is Nabi Kibunguchy, and I'll be your host for the Keep It Pushin Podcast, where I bring along fellow people that I know in my life and have impacted me in one way or another, and have them share their stories and other words of wisdom to you viewers to help you, gather some insightful knowledge or just learn something new. So I'll just be explaining a little bit about my life and how I got here. Let's see. I was born and raised in Sacramento, California. I've played soccer all my life and started playing at age 5. I was always a good player and always loved the game. And as the years went on, I progressed and progressed. And coming into high school, I played varsity soccer for 2 years. Then my senior year, I was able to represent Sacramento Republic Academy, which was their first year of existence, so everything was new. And I definitely enjoyed that and my experience with that. Um, then after that, I was able to get a scholarship to go to UC Davis. I was very blessed to get a quality education as well as play on a great soccer team at the same time. So it was a win-win situation for me. But yeah, my 4 years there was up and down. Had couple injuries my first couple years. Tore my PCL, strained my hamstring like 2-3 times. It's like off and on, little niggling stuff. But yeah, my final it's supposed to be 2 years, but my final year I was able to play. We won our conference for the first time in history, which was a big thing for the school and for the soccer team. Uh, yeah, after that year was COVID, and I had one more year redshirted because of my torn PCL injury in my freshman year, but I wasn't able to use it because COVID shut down the whole season. That whole year, 2019, shut down. Was completely at home and everything. So that was tough in itself. But yeah, I was able to get drafted that year, December 2020. And yeah, I got drafted to Minnesota United, number 18th pick, which was my number at the time. So it was a coincidence for sure. But yeah, I will spend my first year basically. I signed for Minnesota United, then was sent on loan about a couple weeks later, and spent my first year actually playing at Sacramento Republic for the actual team. So it was like a come home moment, and I was like blessed to play in front of friends and family and other loved ones. So it was a great first year to be a pro. Obviously, I feel like could have done better. The season wasn't like too positive. We didn't make playoffs, but other than that, it was a great year to be in my like comfort zone and just I was living. I went back to Davis to live with my best friend. My best friend Tristan at the time, and same best friend as now. But yeah, it was just a blessing in itself to be in that situation. Not many people would say they played for their hometown professional team, so that was definitely a blessing. Then my second year pro, I went back to Minnesota United, and I was up and down between the first team and reserve team. So I played in about 18 games with the reserve team, played well, and also played 5 games with the actual first team. So I had an all around good season. Eventually, my contract I had an option year for another year at Minnesota, but it got declined. So I was a free agent. And yeah, now I got the opportunity to go to Orlando for a tryout. So yeah, I tried out for the reserve team at Orlando. And after like 2 weeks, I signed there for the second team. And that was 2023. So yeah, I spent that first year playing reserve, played well. And during the end of that year, November 2023, all my like good performances were taken note of, and I was called up to the Kenya national team. And it was just a dream come true moment. I've always wanted to represent my roots. Because, like, I represented USA in the past, like, under 19 team. But it's nothing like representing your roots, like where your family's from and everything. So that was one of my goals in my career, and I definitely reached it and made my debut. Um, but yeah, that was a great experience itself. I'll definitely be back soon, God willing. And yeah, after that, 2024 came around, and I spent another year with Orlando. My option got picked up basically, and yeah, spent another year on the reserve team. Played well again, but yeah, now I find myself. I'm a free agent right now. Um, Trying to see what's new, what I'm trying to do, and for me, my goal is to play abroad because I experience everything. Um, I feel like in this country, and I want to grow as a person as well as a soccer player. So I feel like going abroad is what's gonna suit me for my next challenge. But yeah, it's a little bit about me and my soccer career. And let's get into more of why I'm doing this podcast with Keep It Pushin. The main reason I'd say I'm doing this podcast is really to inspire the next generation and really share my wisdom and share other people that I have on here that have impacted me and that have come to be friends or acquaintances or people that I know. I want them to bring them on and really share what they do and how they're trying to keep it pushing in their respective lives. And yeah, that's the main part of what I'm trying to do with Keep It Pushing podcast. And the brand itself, I'll tell you a little bit about my brand itself. I started it 2022, I want to say. Um, and that was like my first year when I started, my first year in Minnesota. But yeah, I've always wanted to, give back, use my platform and just inspire the next generation any way I can, whether it's my experiences or other stuff that may help them, whether it's through soccer or not. I just want to help those who don't have the resources to be helped. So yeah, I've done like a couple like free youth soccer camps in the past. I've donated like used training equipment and used cleats to a soccer center out in Peru, where my fiance is from, where I visited a year ago. And yeah, I'm just trying to do more and give back, and that's one of the reasons I have this podcast too, is to give back in that way. But yeah, also have like merchandise. I've had like three drops so far. I've dropped some sweatshirts, some beanies, and a couple shirts. But yeah, coming soon. I'm trying to design some new stuff for the spring, summer. So we'll see what happens. I'm not the most creative, so that's why it takes a longer time for me to, draft some stuff up and get people what they want, sort of thing. But yeah, just trying to do more, keep it pushing, and I want to keep evolving and keep growing. And I hope those who follow along this journey of this podcast can do the same. And maybe you could be on it yourself. So this is a little intro of me and the Keep It Pushin podcast. And yeah, I will see you guys in a future episode. Coming soon, dropping soon, hopefully. And yeah, thank you for tuning in for this quick little intro. And yeah, let's keep it pushing your life. Keep going through thick and thin. And yeah, keep being the best version of yourself. At the end of the day, you owe it to yourself to be great. So yeah, keep it pushing. Thank you.